I just killed my own startup due to the wrong payment model. And I'm so disappointed in myself because I worked so hard on it. And if only I just picked a different way to charge customers, I would have made tons of money, but I didn't. And if you're making a startup too, then honestly, this is one of the most important choices you're ever gonna make. So in today's video, I'm going to rank every single payment model that exists, and yeah, hopefully you will learn something and choose the right one for your future startup. Let's dive in. So the hottest one that provides the monthly recurring revenue that everyone wants to charge, subscriptions. Where do you think they will land? Well, for me, that's a D tier. I charge exactly that, subscriptions for my project, which is scriptwriter. And I screwed up, I'm gonna be honest. The pricing, well, it's really cheap. The basic is $9 per month, the basic plan. But honestly, the fact that I included this thing right here and this thing right here, that killed it. Credits in a subscription, that just mixes things up. And also, nobody wants to pay for something that they don't really understand, especially that's the case with AI and credits. So that was the wrong choice. But why did I put them so low? Maybe it's just my specific use case right here that subscriptions weren't a good fit for. Well, I wouldn't argue that it's that specific. Honestly, companies right now, every single one is charging you subscriptions. Just take a look. Streaming services, all subscriptions. Cloud, storage, entertainment, like even X Premium, which is like crazy and outrageous that you have to pay to get a check mark and get more range on your posts. That's crazy for me. So subscriptions are a very, very hard thing to sell. And if you're not providing value in your product, if it's not something that people will absolutely pay for, then you're going to have a hard time doing any revenue. Something very similar to subscriptions is usage-based pricing, which often now is described as simply credits. Just take a look at this thing right here. Our guru of indie hacking, Peter Levels, just made this post that he's selling credits for some kind of a fixed price. Okay, as I'm recording this video in the future, I realized that I was a bit unclear with what I meant with those credits. So I once said that they are wrong and you shouldn't use them, and now I put them in S tier. What the hell is all that about? Well, what I mean is that you should be very clear about what those credits mean. Peter Levels, he put a price on those credits, but each credit means a photo. I put something like AI request. What does that even mean? That's very unclear, and you should be really, really clear when you're trying to sell something. So just do just that. Yeah, just be clear about what each credit means, and you will be okay. And don't mix subscriptions with credits. I should have put like 5 scripts for $9 and it would sell much better, instead of putting like some basic or pro subscriptions. What does that even mean? It's very confusing for people. So yeah, I hope this clears things up a bit. Now back to the video. Why is it better? Well, you know what you're paying for. It's a one-time purchase and you only pay for what you use. So if you're maybe generating more images right here in his software, then you get more credits and you simply spend this amount. You know what you're getting, which is not always the case in subscriptions. You just have a flat rate and okay, you get access and you can use this much, and you don't have that sense of getting like the specific amount of something, right? It's also used widely in APIs, so there are chat apps that let you plug in your own API key and you only pay for the amount of tokens you use up. So I think this is the best model out there. It's going to be S tier. It's the most fair out of everyone right here, and it's really easier to sell than subscriptions because the customers have this, as I said before, have a sense of feeling that they are buying something that is more measurable. Okay, now let's go to free with ads. And you might be confused what this is exactly. So imagine that you have a free tool, and my best example for this would be Logo Fast from Mark Lu. Just take a look at this. It's a free tool. It lets you build logos quickly, and it's very simple. You don't have to pay a lot to host this and provide this service. And you just plug in a little ad on the side. And if you don't have your products to recommend to others, you can just sell ad spots if your simple tool goes a bit viral, if you post it on TikTok and Instagram and X. And you can make quite good money if you're just selling ad spots and have good traffic. And I'd argue that it is a solid A-tier model. You only make money from ads, but if you get enough traffic, you can make a killing of it. Now, next up, let's talk about tiered pricing. And I don't see a lot of this. And if you're going to look up the Stripe documentation, they have something here called tiered pricing. So basically, it's a mix of usage-based and a mix of, I don't know, subscriptions. You have some certain number of things, like some items maybe. And it could be applicable to that Photos apps, maybe that the more photos you purchase, the less you're going to pay. And it's confusing, let's be honest. Nobody is going to read your pricing page and like calculate, oh my God, how much will this be? So it's per tier. So if I get this number and I multiply it by this, but maybe I won't use up this much, so I could go with this one. It's so confusing, and confusion is the worst feeling a customer might have. If I'm not sure about what I'm getting, I'm not going to purchase it. So this goes straight up to the F tier. It's even more confusing than subscriptions. So don't use it, honestly, just there are better payment models out there. We've got 4 left, and you might be thinking, what is this thing? Perpetual license. Sounds cool. So what it is basically, and I'd like to show this example to you. Screen Studio. This is a simple app for making these videos right here. You've probably seen tons of these, and this is the one of the products behind those cool videos. And they have this pricing. You either pay per month, which is cool if you want to try things out, like $9 per month. You can cancel it anytime. If you like it, you can just pay a one-time fee and get free licenses, and it includes a year of updates. So if you want to keep the software updated, you will have an option of renewal at some lower fixed price. And I think it's great. It's once again a bit confusing because, well, you pay some crazy amount of money and you only get a year of updates. But still, if this software is not something like complicated and needs security, you can get away with it and you can provide some more licenses so it comes off as a better deal. So I'd put it happily, this perpetual license, at an A tier. Now let's talk about the most used payment model out there that every single company that's like huge or VC backed, not bootstrapped, is using, and that's freemium. It's often the subset of subscriptions, but I thought I would separate those two because, well, I think it's a bit better than subscriptions. I'd put it at B tier, just solid, because you get to try out the thing, the app, and you have an option to pay to get more features. So if you're an indie hacker, that's not a great option because you will lose money on those free users, and the free users are often the ones that don't really convert. So they will use up all your resources and they will not pay you a single penny. But for big companies, this is not an issue. If they got millions of dollars in revenue, then they can afford to lose some money on those free users, because this brings more people into the system and there is a chance that they will post about it and some more paid users will come. Solid B tier, because if you include the freemium with credits, well, then that's a banger. But if you include freemium with subscriptions, well, or even tiered pricing, that drops it a bit, so it's solid middle B tier. Okay, the final two left. This one is the enterprise version of most software, pay per seat, and I'd put it at the C tier. It's just, it exists for big companies, but if you're a smaller company, well, you're going to pay tons of money to use someone's software. And yeah, it's just a bit discounted, often subscription, but for many employees. It exists, but I don't think that your software should be doing it. Only if you're getting like popular and selling to enterprise and big firms, then it's a thing you might consider. And finally, one-time purchases. I think we can all agree that this goes straight up to the S tier and it goes before, come on, V0 please. Why it doesn't work? Okay, it works. It goes straight up to the S tier as the best payment model out there. This is the most convincing thing that exists, because you only pay for something once, you have it forever. You're going to get the highest conversion rate with one-time purchases, and if you want to also get some quick cash, this is the model to go. There is no other option than one-time purchases if you want to get money quick. And you might argue that it's not sustainable if you're going to have recurring costs. But once again, you can easily go to usage-based pricing then, or you can even do a hybrid that you do a one-time purchase and you then maybe sell credits, so that you have a one-time purchase with, I don't know, 100 credits, and if you want to use up more later, you can just put a paywall behind some kind of a credit system. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. These ones are the best, and I think whenever you think of a new startup, you should consider the one-time purchase or usage-based option, especially now with AI. Subscriptions, I think, are totally dead, and usage-based is the way to go. And I think you should also not forget about the free with ads option. If you want to get free users and free marketing, that's obviously the best option. And you can also get a few bucks here and there if you get some traction on that tool and people were going to pay for exposure on your app. So this is my take. Feel free to roast me in the comments if you think otherwise. And yeah, I see you in the next one.